Learn English through Stories B5. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The Sea Comes Home. 2. Bua in Canada. 3. School fee. 4. Mobile phone. 5. Noisy neighbor and hockey stick. 1. The Sea Comes Home. 3-year-old Meeti comes to Mumbai from Kapurthala for a holiday at her Messi's house. She enjoys the visit when one day, they decide to go to the beach. Meeti's Masi takes her to Juhu Beach, where Meeti plays in the sand, making sand castles, sand ladoos and many other things. There is sand all over her hands, feet, face and even in her hair. After a little while, the tide starts coming in, and the seawater comes near her. "Oh, the water will wash away my castle," she cries. Her Masi then takes her near the water and makes her stand. When the receding waters carry the sand beneath her feet, she feels she is slipping. Her Masi holds her by her hands and allows only her feet just touching the seawater. "Lovely," says Meeti, making her Masi swing her like that for quite some time. "It is getting dark, and we have to go home," says Masi. Meeti's parents come and take her back to Kapurthala as her holidays are over. Her school is starting and she misses the sea very much. Meeti says to her Mummy, I want to feel the water on my feet. Please swing me in the sea." Her mother does not know what to do. There is no sea near Kapurthala. Mummy tries to tell her that, but Meeti is adamant. She wants to feel the sea on her feet. Every day she asks her parents and starts crying, because she misses the sea. One day, Mummy fills the bathtub with water. "Come Meeti and see, here's your sea," says Mummy. Mummy lifts her high and allows her to play in the water without touching the bottom. Mummy holds her and she gleefully plays in the water, splashing and laughing. Finally Meeti finds the sea in her own bathroom, and does not need to go to Mumbai for it. Today Mumbai seems far away. In future, you will be wishing to go to a foreign country and earn money. 2. Bua in Canada. Raman's Bua lives in Canada. Raman wants to go to Canada. He thinks if he goes to Canada, he will be rich. He will have a big house. He will have a big car. His uncle, Blue's husband, is in Punjab. He is staying for 3 weeks in Punjab. He is going back to Canada next week. Raman talks to his uncle. Raman wants to know many things about Canada. He asks his uncle, "What does Bua do in Canada?" Uncle says, "Your Bua works at a cafe. She cleans the tables. She takes away the dirty plates. She takes away the sauce bottles. She uses a rag to wipe the table. She does the same thing for all the tables. She sweeps the floor. She cleans the chairs. She puts the chairs on top of the tables at the end. Then she comes home. Sometimes she is very tired. She does not cook food. I prepare food. I boil some rice. I make lentil curry. Sometimes I put too much salt. Sometimes I put too much turmeric. One day I did not add enough water. The curry stuck to the pan. In the end, we had to order a pizza." Raman was not sure what to ask next. Before going to Canada, Bua was a history teacher at a school. She never cleaned the blackboard, her students did it. She kept herself very clean. She forced students to clean their chairs and desks. The students were always scared of her. She asked the students to fetch a glass of water for her. She was very bossy. Now, in Canada, she is very polite. At work, she says to her manager, "Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. I am sorry, sir. Excuse me, sir. Much obliged, sir. Good day, sir." Bua's husband says, all day long at work, she says, "Sir, sir, sir." When she comes home, then she eats my sir. 3. School fee. A small boy is selling blankets from door to door. It is a very hot summer day. The sun is very cruel. The wind is hiding somewhere behind the mountains. Even if it comes, it is going to be hot. The boy thinks to himself, I must sell at least one more blanket. How will I give my school fee if I don't sell these blankets? But it is a hot afternoon. I am so hungry and thirsty. I think I must ask for some water from the next house. The boy sees a big house. He knocks at the door. An old lady, whose name is Dial Kaur, opens the door. The boy looks tired and hungry. He says, Good afternoon, grandmother. The lady speaks very politely. Good afternoon, said the lady. Do you want anything? My name is Manak, Manak Das, says the boy. I am selling these blankets, will you buy one of them? You are very small, says the lady. You should be in school, not selling things. Yes, grandmother, says the boy. I need to pay for my school fee. For this reason I go door to door selling blankets. Boy's voice is faltering. Can I get some water, please? I am very thirsty. The lady looks at him and says, Sure. Just a minute, child. She goes to the kitchen and comes back with a glass. Here you are. Here is milk. You look so weak. It appears that you haven't eaten for days. The boy takes the glass from the lady and drinks it. Thank you so much, grandmother, says the boy. Boy's voice is faltering again. You're very kind. How much do I owe you for the milk? The lady is speaking warmly. Nothing, says the lady. You owe me nothing. My mother has taught me not to accept payment for a deed of kindness, and we've got plenty of milk. We own 3 good cows. The puts the glass on the floor and asks, What does your father do? The boy replies he sells blankets, but this week he has hurt his ankle. The ankle is badly swollen. He cannot walk. We are very poor. The lady goes to the kitchen again and brings a lump of raw sugar. She says, Here is some raw sugar, eat it. I take it home, says the boy. We will use it for tea. The lady asks, Don't you miss school? I do, but, says the boy. This reminds the lady about her schooling days. She left school when she was 12. She studied up to class 5. In those days, many girls did not go to school at all. She was lucky because her dad was in the army. In the army, the promotion was only available to those who were educated. So he insisted that his children must receive education. The boy says, Goodbye, grandmother. Wait a minute, says the lady. Let me buy a blanket from you. How much does the blanket cost? The boy smiles and says, Thank you, grandmother. I will always remember this. The blanket is for 450 rupees. The lady takes the blanket and hands over a 500 rupees note to the boy and tells him to keep the change. The boy smiles and leaves the house. He is happy and feels stronger. He comes home and drinks his tea, then he starts reading a story. The Ant and the Dove. One day, an ant came to the bank of a river to drink some water. While trying to drink water from the river, she slipped and fell into the river. The force of the river was sweeping the ants away. Just then a dove spotted the struggling ant. The dove quickly plucked a leaf and threw it into the water near the struggling ant. The ant climbed onto it and floated back to the shore safely. On reaching back to the bank of the river, the ant thanked the dove for saving his life. A few days later, the ant saw a hunter aiming his gun at the dove sitting on a tree. Guessing what he was about to do, the ant quickly bit him on his heel. The hunter missed his aim. The dove noticed it and flew away quickly. The ant walked away happily as she was able to help the dove in return. Moral: if you do good, good will come back to you. 4. Mobile phone. Bola lives in America with his wife and daughter. His wife's nickname is Kapati and his daughter's Handy. They own a big house with lots of trees. During autumn, the trees lose their leaves. One day, his front yard is full of leaves. He goes outside to rake the leaves. His mobile phone rings. He answers it. Then he continues raking. He is raking the leaves into 4 plastic bags. An hour later, the recycling truck comes. The driver throws the bags into the truck. Bola is hungry. He does not know how to cook. He knows only how to boil an egg. His wife is not home. She has gone shopping with her friend. Bola wants to call his wife. He cannot find his mobile phone. He searches his house. He searches his front yard. He searches his pockets. Is his phone in one of the plastic bags? He calls the recycling center. It is still open, but is going to close soon. His daughter comes home from college. They drive to the recycling center. A 15-foot-high pile of leaves is at the center. His daughter uses her phone to call his phone. She hears nothing. She calls again. She hears nothing. The third time lucky, his phone is ringing. While she was ringing, he was digging through the pile. Finally, he finds his phone. He thanks his daughter, "Thank you, Handy, but please, don't tell your mother about this." He and his daughter go to McDonald's and order 2 meals. They are coming home. Bola is happy. His stomach is full. He ate 3 burgers and drank a half-liter bottle of Coke. They reach home. His wife is going through her shopping. She bought many items of clothing. She finds a blue sari which is not hers. Her friend must have left it in her car. Her friend lives 5 miles away. She is going to phone her friend, but her phone's battery is dead. She asks Bola, "Can I use your phone? The battery is dead on mine." "Sure," says Bola. He puts his hand into the jacket pocket. The phone is not there. He checks his car. The phone is not there. He left it in the McDonald's. 5. Noisy neighbor and hockey stick. Goldie is a hockey player. She is in the college team. They win many trophies. She has also won 3 medals for scoring most goals. She is very strong and can run very fast. Sometimes it seems that the ball is sticking to her stick. She is very talented. She lives with her parents. They live in a flat in New Delhi. Her mom and dad go to work. She is normally at home studying for exams. In 2 days' time she will be taking her first exam. So she is trying very hard. But there's a problem. She lives on the 3rd floor. A boy called Matu lives on the 4th floor. He is always blasting his music. It is very loud. She cannot concentrate on her studies. She is very angry. She cannot take it anymore. She has asked him twice before to turn the volume down. The first time she went to his flat and asked, "Please turn the volume down. I am studying in my flat." He was surprised and said, "I didn't know you can hear my music in your flat." I said, "Yes, I can. It is just like your music is in my room. I can hear everything. I can tell you which songs you are playing." He said he would keep it down. The very next day he blasted his music again. It was very loud. So she went to his flat and said, "You made a promise to turn the music down. It is very loud again." He said, "The volume was very low. He could not hear it myself." She said, "Please turn it down." He said, "I will try." So she came back to her flat. She went to her room. As soon as she opened a book, the music started. This time it was even louder than before. So, this was the 3rd time. She took her hockey stick with her and went to his flat. She knocked very loudly on his door. When he opened the door, she screamed at him like a crazy person. She told him she would kill him if he didn't turn the music down and keep it down. His eyes got big. His face got red. He was shaking. He could not open his mouth. She went back to her flat. She heard nothing. There was no sound of music. She told the story to her parents when they came back from work. Her dad said, "Goldie, you have broken your promise." Goldie said, "What promise?" Dad answered, "You said you would not touch the hockey stick during the exam, all study, no play." Goldie said, "Dad." They all were laughing.